Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Great Divide Brewing Company. They're out of Denver, Colorado. This is the Rumble, and it is an IPA aged in oak barrels according to what it says. Oak aged IPA. This is a 2015 edition. This is a 7.1% alcohol by volume beer. Says IPA with subtle nuance, blended with heavy-handed additions of Pacific Northwest hops. This beer is gently aged on French and American oak, resulting in a wonderful balance of bitterness, caramel sweetness, vanilla, and undertones of pine and citrus. Very inspiring. So, Great Divide dates everything on the label where there's no question of how old the beer is. And this one being aged on oak, I don't know. Usually we don't sell or age our IPAs. Don't know what it's lost during the oak aging of this beer, or if they dry hop it again after it comes out of the oak. I kind of doubt it, but I would think oak aging it's going to lend some of that vanilla and woodiness to the beer. But I'm afraid you're going to lose some of the hop character there unless you're dry hopping it again after it comes out of the barrel. So I'm not sure whether they do or not. Commercial description on this one is the exact same thing I just read off the side of the bottle. I don't have the IBUs listed, and I'm pretty sure it's not listed on the bottle anywhere here. So I may have done this beer years ago. I can't remember. So I decided to pick it up and do it again. So if I reviewed it again, if I reviewed it before, this is the 2015 re-review. And if I haven't, this will be a first. So don't think there's anything else here on either side we need to talk about. So we'll go over and I'm going to tell you it's an IPA, so it's the standard food pairings go with this. Cuisine is curry and Thai. Cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, your more pungent cheeses. And the meat is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And I'm going to add grilled meat to that because everything off the grill goes great with an IPA as far as I'm concerned. Not a big hiss, a little hiss on this one. Get it over into the glass. I'm not going to pour it too aggressive because I don't know how carbonated it's going to be. It doesn't seem to be too bad. So let's go down the center here. See if we can generate a little bit of head there. Alright. Over into the light. It's a nice orange citrusy color. There are some floaties around in this beer. Got a little junk in the trunk. It's rather cloudy. Actually, it's got some big chunks in the trunk. Not a big fan of that in the IPAs. Good looking beer though. Nice finger of head on there. Let's get a nose on it. Very malty. A little bit of the vanilla that they talk about, a little woodiness. But it doesn't have a big Northwest hop presence. Not what you typically call a West Coast style IPA. So, barrel aging is fine for a lot of beers, but unless you're dry hopping it again after it comes out of the barrel, depending on how long they left it in the barrel, you're going to lose some of that hop presence. So, I'm not sure about that idea. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Slight hint of citrusiness, but this is a very heavily malted beer. It is at this stage anyway. The bitterness seems appropriate for an IPA. I would think it's somewhere around the 70s. But it is rather malty to me. Not very typical of what you would consider a West Coast IPA, guys. So let me take it back and let her have a sip or two or three and come back and see where this one ends up. Not overly impressed right now. And Great Divide does some really good tasty beers, especially their heavier beers. Their stouts and stuff are really, really tasty. But I've not been blown away by their IPAs or their lighter beers, if you will. So let's see where this one ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. The other half loved this one. She liked it quite a bit. To me, it doesn't have that West Coast style for an IPA. And I'm thinking that because they put it in the oak barrels and aged it a little bit in there. And while that's good for bringing out the vanilla and the woodiness of the beer, it's bad for the hops because they're going to fade. So, not sure why you would do that unless you're re-dry hopping it after it comes out of the barrels, which I don't think they did. I may be mistaken, but I don't think they did. So it's lost a lot of its hoppiness to me. It's more malty than it is hoppy, but it still has that strong bitterness that an IPA has. So let's do the final chug here. Not blown away by this beer. Like I said, their lighter beers have not blown me away, guys. Their darker beers now, that's another story. I think they do a great job on those, and they're very tasty. They're a little on the boozy side, but they are pretty tasty. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to give this a 7, which is a B+. I don't even think it's quite to the A category. It may have been once it first come off the bottling line. Like I said, I don't know how long they put it in the oak cask or the oak barrels and let it sit. So it's a B for me. If I was picking a numeric rating on this, guys, it'd probably be an 87 or an 88. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says it's 86 in the very good range. I'm closer to that than I am Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 94 and 91 in the style. I'm not there. I'm not there. I don't think it's into the 90s. Like I said, if I was putting a numeric rating on this, it'd be an 87 or an 88. B+ in my scale. So, if you had this one from Great Divide, this is their Rumble. It wasn't rumbled by it too much. Like I said, a lot of their lighter beers are hit and miss for me, guys. So, and being in Colorado, they have pretty good access to those real piney, grapefruity, pineapple-y hops from the Pacific Northwest. So, wasn't blown away. So if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.